Rubber Boots Pod, presented by BedSafe.net. It's 100% free. No gimmicks, no strings, just free. We'll talk about life and a little sports. Now you know we're gonna play some games. But if nothing else, you know you're gonna have a laugh. You're gonna have a laugh. We're gonna have a laugh. This is the podcast. BedSafe.net. This is the podcast. This is the pod.
So I just got back from the grocery store, the Nature's Emporium, which I've talked about on the show before.
Nice.
That's a budget place, right?
So very expensive, very quality. I'm not going to diss the Nature's Emporium because I love
it's great store. I've been there too. We have by my parents' house.
Oh,
but
nice.
I have mentioned your parents' house in Vaughan or Maple there. Down that one? Oh, yeah, I've been that one. So once in a while they have products that are a little outlandish. So my family is big into the granola right now. The kids they like the granola and the Greek yogurt. So Darian was asking me, she said the problem with the granola, they're pretty healthy, right? They've taken it from Brooksy.
Are all the kids like that? Jared too?
Jared, not as much, maybe. Gracie's a bit of a snacker. Darian's very healthy. So they were looking for a low-calorie granola. Okay. So we hit this is called the Pro Granola. Mm-hmm. This is not one of these amateur granolas.
No, that's the real deal. That's the real deal.
You can tell that granola has been paid for its efforts.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right. It's pro granola. You got to be, you basically have to be an elite athlete to eat the pro granola.
Yeah, for sure.
So there's a bag of pro granola. It's 526 grams.
Yeah.
$22.
What? Is there like $15 hidden inside the granola?
Well, I'm hoping there's like coins or something inside here.
Yeah,
but I want to
get that at Bulk Barn.
I'm going to sample it live on the podcast. This is basically for our 6 o'clock.
But like
6 o'clock Thursday.
Why do people buy that? Unless it literally
because it's pure
saves your life. Like you better not get sick or die from anything, including being like in a car accident. It should be able to save you from everything.
This is peanut butter flavored. It's not.
It tastes a little like spectacular.
It tastes a little like chalk. Tastes a little like chalk, but I haven't got on my chalk. Haven't put the oat milk or the blueberries on yet.
See, when you said $20 granola, I was with you. But if you pay $20 for chalk, I don't know.
I feel like you're in a Ponzi scheme.
Powdered egg whites, organic peanut flour, organic peanut butter, roasted peanuts, tapioca fiber, black chia seeds. Chia is very good for you. That's one recommendation I would make. Chia has all the stuff you need. Organic stevia extract would be the sweetener in it. Anyway,
but why don't you just buy all those ingredients at Bulk Barn like Lester said?
That'll cost you $300.
No chance.
I don't have time for that. Do you know what it would be like if someone from the talent division of the Gold Bar League showed up at a Bulk Barn? People would be like, "What?
Dude,
are you Snack Bites, Pete?"
I'm not. I'm there all the time. It's like my favorite place.
Puffy brings Puffy when the playoffs start, which is coming up.
Yeah,
brings this giant bags of candy from Bulk Barn.
You can get a lot of stuff for $30 at Bulk Barn.
Him and O-Dog eat the entire thing.
All right. Puffy, do you walk around eating out of every single?
People are very this is all pre-COVID. COVID has definitely changed it. But the best would be like, don't share it, man. This is just for us. Like people would come snooping by. Like, no, that's just for us.
I felt a little guilty this week. Somehow found this freeze frame of me doing reporting when I was 23 for CJOH TV in Ottawa.
Nice.
It's right out of the 70s. It's right out of a Netflix documentary, right? Puffy, you said?
Yeah.
And it's not a very flattering photo of it's a bad still frame, but I don't make a lot of good still frames. So I needed to strike back quickly.
Of course.
And so I took a freeze frame from him running the 40.
Yes.
And it was a little harsh, I'm going to say. I owe apologies to the O-Dog.
Did you see the picture of the Overdrive fellas if they were women?
I did not see that.
No, I did not see that.
Oh my! It's like the best. The best is O-Dog dog looks like he would have been a lady who would have been quite available at a club. if you met O-Dog the lady at like 1:10 a.m. on Thursday,
at closing time.
It was definitely on.
That's an old thing, yeah.
Before.
An old app or whatever, right?
I don't know.
Unless someone made a new one. So
I just saw a new one. Hold on. Let me see.
Because it was a thing a few years ago. While Puffy's finding it, which of us, I will tell you right now, I would make the worst looking woman of the bunch because, you know, when my girls used to have, like, when they were kids and they had dress up and stuff, they had wigs. You put, like, because of, like, kind of like that long face I have, I'm a horrible looking woman.
They were surprisingly all like,
maybe you never found the right wig.
Like, comments were great. People were like, 3 drinks.
I'm going to say that Lester and Stoff would be the best looking women of the pod. I don't think Puffy.
Oh my God.
Throw it up. She looks like a fed up high school principal.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of, I see a little Kirstie Alley in there. Maybe
That's
exactly who else for
definitely. Definitely.
Do you have the other ones?
Yeah, here's the 3 of them.
Go. Oh God.
Wow.
I actually dated a Noodles.
Yeah, like
Noodles? In my late 20s.
Noodles, definitely. Like,
I dated Noodles. She was a lacrosse player.
So good.
That's amazing.
Oh my God.
That's amazing. Oh God.
So good.
I like the jeans that are still in the photo.
Yeah.
One last product
stuff.
I only bring this up by the person at the Nature's Emporium talked me into a new protein today.
Whoa. Well, hold on a second. Do they have people just around walking the aisles to help?
Yeah, you know, they're just shelf guys.
More money.
Yeah,
they walk around with jars.
Well, they know Jimmy buys everything.
Well, no one's helping
Jimmy,
me put Fruit
explain
Loops
that product
in the bag.
to us. Tell us what's in there, but don't tell us how much the bag was, and we'll try to guess.
It's like Price
This
is
is called Plant Strong Vanilla Protein from Outcast Uncycled Nutrition. The reason I purchased this one is because he talked me into it. I think he saw a soccer hockey host. The co-founder of this company is former NHLer TJ Gagliardi. A little picture of him on the back.
Yeah.
So I figured if TJ Gagliardi was behind this thing, it's got all sorts of fruits and veggies and apparently very clean protein. There you go. What do you think?
How much is in there? What's the
you got 908 grams, 2 pounds. Not bad.
Okay, 2 pounds.
It's not going to. I don't think it's going to blow you. It's not going to blow you away.
Oh.
TJ Gagliardi's probably got an expensive lifestyle, Puffy. He's got to do a little better than that.
Mm-hmm. So it's more than 37?
Oh, yes.
What? I was like eyeballing that. It's more than 37.
Before I'm going to take a guess, I'm going to say that bag is $56.
Bang!
Ding, ding.
Contest over. $55.98, I believe.
Wow. See, Jimmy, you and Brooksy are doing a
On
disservice.
sale.
Well, hold on, not contest over. You went over. Puffy went.
What's up?
You didn't even give me a chance.
Yeah, that's true.
If you don't go to, your GNC and you go to like the Whole Foods or the protein, that's where they get you. That's where they get you.
But like Jimmy, your kids are going to be hooked on this stuff, and then they're going to be out there in the real world, and it's going to be a tough go for them.
I know. They're screwed.
Set them up to fail.
I've already
send them to
them
Buff Barn with Uncle Puff.
Yeah,
He's fine.
I'll take them shopping. You can get your whole groceries for $55. Gummy worms,
just raisin.
Exactly.
Never mind.
You know how much protein's in those gummy worms?
Exactly.
Darian had a green drink. I think it was $12 today. This little green drink she brought home in the car. And I kept thinking of Travolta in Pulp Fiction when he goes to the diner with Uma Thurman. And I think is it $5 milkshake?
Yeah.
$5 milkshake?
Damn, it's a pretty fucking good milkshake.
Told you.
I don't know if it was worth $5, but it was pretty good.
So it was a $5 or $8 milkshake. I think it was $5 milkshake. It's 1990s. He's like, $5 milkshake? But I tell you what, this is a good motherfucking milkshake. I don't know if I'd ever pay $5 for it, but
I used to go to Nature's Emporium whenever I felt like I was getting sick because they used to have the ginger shots. And I remember those are like $4 or $5.
No, I think they're about
I was breaking the bank.
I think they're about $7.50. And they are literally a shot.
During the pandemic, I'm sure they jacked up the price.
But if you're like sick
now.
and it could help you from not being sick anymore, then I would pay.
No, that's just it. But still, I was kind of like this little thing for like $5.
Did it work, stuff?
Yeah, well, ginger in general is just good, like anti-inflammatory. It's really good for your immune system and stuff. So I tend to have a lot of ginger in general.
So you feel that the $5 was worth is what I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I want to know.
I think I spent half my paycheck on feeding my family. I'm not even kidding you.
I think about how rich you're going to be when they move out.
I know. When they move out and get divorced, and I'm on my own.
Oh my God!
I have all these photos on my desk because I was taking this no golf COVID time to digitize some old photos.
Nice.
Brooksy.
Oh, nice.
Tell me Brooksy isn't looking good there, right?
Wow.
There.
Wow.
That's Brooksy right there.
Yeah.
That's a
and
good
this,
Tinder pick.
I'm not. I want to say in advance, I'm not sure. After she gets divorced from me, she used that. This is
whatever she's comfortable with.
It's nice to know that James catches other people's jokes late too. Anyway,
Catches everything late.
I'm not showing you this to like show off. This is how lame I was. I completely remember this. You know, when you're 24 and all you care about is yourself. I literally remember I was like deeply tan back when tanning, and I think I did like push-ups for about 10 minutes, put on a cowboy hat, and stole my baby nephew to pose for a shot that I could show girls of me topless holding a baby.
That you look good there, buddy.
I do look good. Like it works.
You look good. Yeah.
What's in your hair there?
It was. I got a hat on.
you got a cowboy hat.
I got a cowboy hat. But
Nice.
that's how
Did it
vain
work?
I was. I think it worked a couple of times.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So you would just be walking by and that photo would slip out of your pocket?
Well, let me just check and make sure I have the right name. Seems. Oh,
Yeah, I just say, hey. I'd be in the bar. I'd be like, hey, do you want a drink? Look at me with my nephew, baby. I'm flexing.
Who's
I
going
have
to
a
say no
cowboy
to
hat
that?
on. Oh God, I was the lamest. I actually think what I would do is like make copies of it, and then if I started dating a girl, you know, and she came into my room, I'd have it like placed in a spot where she could see it. She'd go, "Oh, can I have this photo?" And I'd be like, "All right, it's the only copy I have. Don't show any of your friends."
So you still have a stack of them.
I was very lame. I'm not going to lie, the lamest of the lame. What else we want to talk about before we get into the Stoff manifesto here? Oh, we were talking about Dogecoin. Puffy and I just before the podcast.
Is
because,
it pronounced Doge? Or is it Doge?
Apparently it is. I thought it was Dogecoin. Apparently it is Dogecoin.
But isn't the dog the symbol for it?
Yes, I don't know. I when I watch MSNBC, whatever they say, Dogecoin.
We'll have answers on this next week.
Yes.
For anyone who's not familiar, when Bitcoin was coming out, some guys invented Dogecoin as a joke. The guy took a picture of his dog, put it on a coin, said, "This is going to be my own cryptocurrency."
Well, no, hold on. Is that dog not a popular meme before?
Maybe. Yes, it was.
I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Yes. Right. So I don't know if it's the same guy who had the dog as a meme who put it on the coin. Or
I don't think it is. And that's kind of what I've been wondering since this came out, like the whole rights issue. Can you just, you can't make just anything your logo, but sorry.
But this is basically, it was made as a joke. It kind of went down, faded. It's been around for a few years, but then suddenly, I guess Elon Musk tweeted about it and people started buying it. So my end of the story is in January, I started looking at Dogecoin because people were talking about it on Twitter, and it was it was going between like 1 cent and 4 cents. But at 1.6 cents, I said, you know what? I'm going to I'm going to raid my bank account and put like 5 or 10 grand in on this Dogecoin. And then I said, you're an idiot. This is like the most idiotic thing ever. It will fall to 0 cents and you'll lose your money. So I didn't do it. And Puffy had a buddy who actually got in before me at 1/4 of a cent. There was a time when Dogecoin was like 1/100th of a cent, 1,000th of a cent. Anyway, Dogecoin, if you didn't know, over the last couple of weeks, went as high as, I believe, 74 cents.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, which is crazy.
So your buddy who got in at a quarter, that's one of the 300 times.
300 times.
Whatever he put in.
And
So if he put,
I think he put in 2.7 million.
well, like, is he a
He's
small?
done
Like,
well.
did he put in $1,000 or could he
I don't
put
know
in
how
like
much he
10
put
or
in.
something?
I don't know.
Well, if he put in 10 grand, if he's got 3 million. If he put in $1,000, he's got
10
300,000.
grand, he has 3 million.
Yes,
Oh,
unless he sold it. But now Doge was at 70 for a few days, and then here's the craziest thing about this. So, and this is where we are right now in the world of investing, which, you know, this basically has become a podcast which gives people the most insight they get anywhere on investing. We were at the
100%.
forefront of
Bitcoin,
Bitcoin, NFTs.
NFTs.
GameStop, we broke that thing wide open.
Wide open.
I mean,
Wide open.
AMC.
who else if not us?
And now Dogecoin. We're only a couple years late to that. Anyway, Elon Musk hosts Saturday Night Live on the weekend. I did not watch it. Did anybody watch Elon Musk?
I watched
Yeah.
it. I thought, why is this
Heard it was
man
terrible.
on TV? It's
It was
terrible.
terrible.
I didn't enjoy it at all.
All the Doge people
Fair.
were anticipating, they were having parties, anticipating Elon Musk talking about Doge and it going to $1, which is, I guess, the was always the Doge dream. How could this thing, when it was at 0.001 cents, ever get to $1? So I guess they did a skit where he did say a couple of good things about Doge, to the moon, whatever. And then someone said, come on, it's a what's the word I'm looking for here? It's a
Cryptocurrency?
no, like
It's a
like
joke?
like a Ponzi, like a joke, but no, there was another word for it.
It's a sham.
Scam,
Scam, sham.
a scam, a sham, a
Trend?
hold on.
Is it a trend?
fraud.
Let's stay on this, guys. We can get there.
We can get the word.
Fraud.
It's
Been
joke.
bamboozled, hoodwinked.
Oh yeah, were you hoodwinked?
Hoodwinked. Yeah. It's
Hoodwinked. Were you bamboozled?
I forget what we were trying to guess.
Yeah. Thought we were saying old timey words. Nice scam.
It was just not scam. Sorry, anyone who's yelling again at their phone, as they often are. But
Elon must be.
basically scam. It's a game, it's a scam, whatever the word was. I can't remember. Anyway, he said, it's a retro edit, a hustle. Elon Musk called Dogecoin a hustle.
Oh, very nice.
It's a hustle, right? Yes, it's a hustle.
In fairness, that is an aggressive word I would have sold to.
Do the hustle. Do the hustle.
In the moment after the 15 minutes after he said that, Dogecoin went from 74 cents to like 45 cents.
Wow.
And we're talking about billions of dollars here of value, right? But where are we in the world where a guy says something on Saturday Night Live, one word, and a stock value plummets like 40%?
Take heed to this, because that's exactly how stocks work.
Yeah, 100%. Of course it does.
It's all
But it's
reactionary
crazy.
to what people say, not to what is actually happening.
But that's we've kind of reached an extreme when it's one guy on a Saturday Night Live.
I do think we'd reach the extreme with 4 random guys doing a podcast. Move the needle.
Right,
then
sure.
it's gone too far.
Right.
Right, you
Right.
are.
Well, look. I mean, that's all Trump was doing that whole time. That 4 years,
Yeah.
he manipulated
Saying
the
stuff
stock
to-
market. Yeah.
Destroying
Well, I
the
think
economy.
I'm. Anyway.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
No, that's true. Have you guys ever heard of a stock called Twilio?
No.
No. What's it called?
Twilio, TWILLI,
No.
I believe. So anyway, I came across the stock at the end of, I think, 2017, and it was around $20. Someone put me onto it, and I really thought about investing in it. And I just didn't know enough about the market. I just didn't know enough at the time, so I never invested. Couple months later, it was worth like 50 something. And at that point, I was still like, well, maybe I should get in now. But then I'm like, well, it's gone up this much. What are the odds it's going to keep on going up? So this little song and dance continued. It was like at 100 something. Last year, this stock peaked at $500 per share.
Oh my God.
So I just checked it now. It's down to 3 something, and it does seem to be back on a steady decline now. But yeah.
And you did not put. You did
No,
not. Put
I did
anything
not
in?
put a single penny in. I kept on telling myself it's not going to keep going up. And then eventually it just got so expensive that.
So the moral of the story is if you have any kind of idea or whim on a stock, you should put a lot of money in it. Because one time it's going to hit.
Mortgage the house.
Everything.
Yeah.
I told you guys about my foray earlier in the season when I decided to put money into stocks that I had no idea what they are. It's just people like their Twitter symbols. And I invested in a Chinese shipping company. Remember that?
Yes. Yep. How'd that go?
Well, that one I invested in it at $11 because it had been at 60. Ooh. And it came down, so I figured it was going to go back up. It's now at $4.
Ooh. Oh,
and Jimmy did the smart thing, and he doubled down.
Nice,
like it. Oh, very nice,
nice. Now I did just read that China has banned all shipping for the next decade.
That does make sense.
You're going to want to hold on to that stock because it's going to rebound, but it's going to take some time.
So I do have one quick story on another crypto. I might have to edit this out though. Me and my buddy were going through just a bunch of different crypto currencies, seeing what's moving and how. And I came across one with a pretty lewd name.
Is that like shot coin or whatever it's called?
Sorry, it's called Rocket. Crypto.
Oh my!
And I just sent it as a joke to my buddy. He messaged me 2 days later, and he goes, "If we would have invested $600 in that Rocket stock, we'd have $3,000 right now."
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It like literally
people
are just making up and putting in things because people are idiots like me. So I think my Chinese shipping company will do better than Rocket in the long
run.
I don't know. I would bet on the last.
I could see Rocket to the moon trending.
Yeah, that would. I could see that being on a T-shirt that I would buy.
I just know.
Our merch.
Our merch. That's our merch.
I'm so into my Chinese shipping company. I'm going to be in for the long haul now. This could be a 30-year stock for me.
Nice play on words there too.
That's right.
Nice long haul. Yes.
Okay, let's get to things that I saw on Twitter.
Freaky pigs, strange chicks, world affairs, polar bears, fake news, nice shoes, big boobs, jack dudes. All of these things and more as I sat on the shitter. Things that I saw on Twitter.
Go ahead there, Stoff. This is your baby. Stoff, this is your baby.
All right, so I sent like 60 stories here, so we'll go through all of them.
Yes.
All right, let's start with a farmer in Belgium who moved the border between Belgium and France by moving a stone that was erected 200 years ago. He had to get through with his tractor, and he just decided to pick up the stone and move it, X amount of feet somewhere else. And so now the entire border of those two countries has been moved. Officials from both countries will have to go there and visit and agree on where it should be placed. This guy could have started a war with his tractor.
Wow. I was actually, when he first said it, I thought it was an amazing feats of strength. He moved a boulder. Oh, but I understand.
Yeah.
Well, what does he prefer? Is he? So he's Belgian. So he was expanding Belgian's.
I think so.
Territory.
Did you just say? Excuse me. Did you say Belgian's territory? He was expanding
Belgian's territory.
Yeah, the territory of the Belgians.
Belgium's territory. The Belgians' territory.
Belgium's thing is, Belgium's doesn't sound right in that particular circumstance that I used it in. It sounds better.
I don't think Belgians does either, but
he was expanding Belgium's territory. The territory of Belgium. Belgium's territory.
Mm-hmm. No, but you'd say Belgians, like the people. The people.
Okay, so
he's expanding the territory of the Belgians.
The people in their hearts.
Okay, so if it was the other side, he'd say he was expanding French's territory.
The Frenchies.
The Frenchies. Well done.
The Frenchies territory. Would you say Canada's territory or the Canadians' territory? I believe Trump may have done that. I forgot what I was going to say.
Just keep taking yourself a hole.
Probably.
Well done by that guy. It made his land more valuable. Well, expanded his land a little bit like that. Maybe Jimmy will move a couple of trees over to Johnny Gibbs's next door neighbor's lawn. See what he can do there. Yeah. Take move it up to an acre.
Someone will NFT that boulder, and that'll be worth a pretty penny.
Wow.
If I understand the NFT market, and I do.
And it's yeah, you do.
It's exactly what
we should be looking for an NFT, guys. That's what we should be doing.
We should be.
Split it 4 ways.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I know we're going to create one out of this.
We're living
we already told
NFTs right now.
Yeah. We are.
Beautiful.
Every second of this is an NFT.
We got to figure out how to sell them, and then we're golden.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or platinum.
You got something about what's his face? The
Tebow?
What's his face? Tebow coming back and playing again. Is that real? Is his baseball career over?
Yeah, he retired.
Well, he retired last year, I believe. So he's ripe for a new beginning.
So he's going to play for Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Urban Meyer was his
Urban
coach
Meyer's there, right?
in Florida.
A lot of people feel that they're bringing him in.
No, he's coming in as a tight end.
He's coming in as a tight end. A lot of people think it's a move more so like he's going to be just an in-room guy. Maybe they're just trying to. Let's put it this way: Tim Tebow had a lot of good fortune while playing in the NFL. Not in the sense that maybe he got a long fair shot, but those wins were pretty miraculous. So maybe Urban's just hoping that's going to rub off on the less than lucky Jacksonville Jaguars.
The Tim Tebow era in Denver is my favorite NFL time besides like Seahawks football. But like I would not miss any one of his games, and they were fantastic. I loved them. Like some of those finishes were spectacular.
Yeah, the playoff game against Pittsburgh, right?
Pittsburgh, yeah. But he even had more than that, like in the regular season.
It was, and there would be just things happening for them to win too. Like I remember he would pull off these plays, but it would also be like, I think they played the Raiders in one game, and the Raiders just kept taking the dumbest penalties.
Yeah,
that the game should have been well over, and then Tebow got to work his magic.
Yeah, he was spectacular.
At the end, listen, I'm not even that big a football fan, but I know from a PR standpoint, this is great for Jacksonville.
Oh, of course.
So I mean, that alone, you do it, right?
Is it great, or is it just one of these distractions where the guys in the room are rolling their eyes? You got to be careful about that.
Well, it's great in the sense that I guess it's kind of putting them up there. Whether it's people are taking it seriously or not, I guess is the thing. But
they got Trevor Lawrence; they don't need that anymore. That should be their hype.
Yeah, but listen, I don't know. I think it'll work.
No disrespect to Tony Khan, who, by the way, is a personal friend of mine. I think it's good. I think it's good for Jacksonville. I think it's getting the fans back. You don't really hear people talking about the Jaguars very often. So this is it. I think it's good.
He's a good athlete. I mean, this guy hadn't played baseball since high school.
Look, he knows how to use his size as well. Like,
he's not like some like finesse quarterback who's like, he's a big dude who can run, he can catch. Like I wouldn't be shocked if he's like a useful player for them.
Hey, listen, you never know.
I mean, as a QB, he had a winning regular season record. He won a playoff game, and he never got a chance again. Like,
it's
pretty odd in that way, but
I like the move.
It's a result-based business. I mean, you're in your first year. You're in a year of a rebuild anyway. You're trying to get a new quarterback going. I don't think this is going to hurt them.
Yeah.
Lester, did you say you're friends with Jacksonville Jaguars owner Shahid Khan?
No, I did not say Shahid. I actually do have a relationship with Tony, though, because of AEW wrestling. So, yes. I don't know him super well, but I have his phone number.
Is Tony Shahid's son?
Should we get him on the podcast?
Right.
I'd be
I'd love to get him on the podcast. Would he do it? I don't know. Maybe. I'll ask him.
People watch this?
Hold on. If he joins, we will retroactively nominate him for the Platinum League.
Yes. It would be awesome.
Get in.
He will buy this podcast and put us all out of work. That's what he'll do.
DK Metcalf running in track. And actually, you headline this stuff. DK Metcalf is slow, 10.36.
Finishes
That's pretty dead.
Finished last. I would have finished
barely.
that heat.
Some of the fastest guys in the world. I was pretty impressed by that.
No, fastest guys in the States.
He's like 230, 40 pounds.
So that is the thing. When you actually watch it, he is double the size of these guys. So that tells you how fast he's really running. Like he has to carry all that extra weight. So that, I obviously say that in jest that he was slow, but
and he got off to a quick start. Like he got out of the blocks for a guy who doesn't train as a track athlete. It was pretty impressive.
It also shows you how fast those guys are. Because we all saw DK, chase down. I forget who that got the pick last year, but we all saw that. We know how fast he is. He's one of the fastest guys in the NFL, and he's not even in the top 8 for the.
But I think that the track guys were all expecting him to get dusted, and he didn't. And I think that he showed pretty well for a non-track athlete.
Let's skip this golf one because people are tired of me whining about golf. Although I will say I did actually I called Doug Ford's office. AK, who was in the Platinum League, posted a tweet last night that he said he'd called Doug Ford's office and people answered the phones. And so I said, you know what? I've never done this before. I've never called a politician's office. And I've told you guys before, this is not about golf. I think kids should be playing soccer and things again. I feel really sorry for the kids who are Puffy's age, whatever it may be, as long as the sport is safe. Basketball is a little bit.
That's the main thing.
Basketball is a challenging one, but
I think golf's the safest one. All the other ones are a little.
Golf
bit.
Tennis is very safe.
Golf, tennis,
you're touching the same ball.
Yeah. I think soccer's mostly okay, but anyway,
watch those handballs.
It was so I get a live person on the phone, and I'm not one to yell at people. I don't yell enough. Actually, I do not yell. If I have a problem with my any kind of service, I think customer service people have the toughest job in the world. So I'm always, please pass this on to your bosses. I always speak very calmly. So last night I was like, look, there is, I'm not going to yell at you. I'm not going to yell at you. I agree with many of the aspects of the lockdown. We all want to get out of this. The number one priority is getting cases down, people out of hospitals, but there's no scientific proof whatsoever that outdoor activities like golf, etc., add to the case. There were no cases last year. Most of the scientists agree with it. And then so I went on and on. She said, yes. And then I said at the end, well, so what do you do with this? She goes, well, I've made notes your entire time. And there's a and there's a recording of this call that will be given to the mayor's office. The premier's office.
Do you think at any point she went, Guys, I got another one of these.
I got another one, idiots.
Let's guess if this is the rich white guy.
Not true, by the way. Don't spread that. Golf is a very accessible sport now, and that's a stereotype.
No, Jimmy, that is not a stereotype.
Yes, it is. I just read this big long article. Look, yes, a lot of
rich white guy journal.
A lot of.
Who are you? I'm sorry. No. Don't push the narrative that this isn't like a sport. Like you have to be somewhat wealthy to play golf.
Yeah, hockey is also.
That's exactly. Sport. I think golfers get uptight because they think when people say it's an elitist sport. When we say elitist sport, people picture guys playing polo on horses. Like that's the elitist sport. I think just with golf, it's not a lot of I would say the majority of the population can't afford to play it. It isn't.
Or they don't want to spend that money on it.
There are a lot of great junior golf programs. I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to shout out to Cardinal Golf Course, which is not too far from me. Mm-hmm. For several years, I haven't been up there in a couple of years. They ran a program where on weekends after 4:00. You could bring the adult green fee was $30, I think. And you bring a child, $2. And so I would take
that's the small course though too, right?
No, it's a full 18. You can play the big 18-hole golf. They have 72 holes at Cardinal.
I know, but they have the
but that's not what I'm talking about. This is the big course.
Because I know that's the one they do it at for sure. But okay, go on.
No, they do it at the big course. I did it like 10 times. And you had people of all colors and all races, and I would say, all economic backgrounds, bringing their kids out to play golf. So you are right. I'm not saying golf is not, to an extent, a wealthy sport, but it's no different than hockey, really, frankly.
Yeah, it's not.
No, it's not. And don't say. It bothers me when people say that that's the only people who play the game, right?
No, but Jimmy, hockey, a lot of people can't afford to play either.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
That, right?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying hockey's no different than golf.
Yeah, sure. So, but that doesn't mean it's not accessible to everyone. Is the point I'm making.
Yeah,
I agree with that. I'm just saying, don't just call it it's only rich white people that play golf. That bothers
No,
me.
but no. See, it's not only rich white people because I'm a white person, but I don't consider myself at all rich. But I know what it takes for me to play golf.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like I know, how much it really costs me, and I know how much I have to save up to get clubs. I know how much I had to, I actually have to work that into a budget. So it's not. I just don't.
Okay, look at this. This is the only thing that bothers me is that all the people that I didn't even want to have this argument. The point is, all of that doesn't mean that this decision is right. And the people who argue on social media say, "Oh, this is all you rich white people don't have
Jimmy,
sports to play."
Stop right there. That's exactly it. Why are you trying to defend it in that realm as well? It has nothing to do with why golf is banned, whether it's elitist or not, or whether it's for the rich or it's not. This should be a thing of safety. Like, why are we bringing that into the conversation?
Right, two completely different things.
But for people who do, they're not wrong in the sense that, like that's like me saying, let's take the horse polo thing. Like, that's completely, that's something most people can't do. It's elitist. But those people playing it, if it's safe, what's the difference to me?
Stop. Yeah. I can tell you in my polo league, there are people of different colors.
Look, guys. I'm only going to chime in and say this. I think I see both your sides of your concerns about it, and I get it. I mean, for me, I here's what I think. I don't want anybody to think that A, I can't afford it, or B, I'm not interested because I'm a black man. So that's where I come at it from that standpoint. So I understand your point, Stoff, but I also see your point, Jimmy. And I think, again, at the end of the day, what we're talking about with this sport is just the main point should be that it is a safe sport to play at this time.
Oh yeah, of course. That's
it. Sure.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
I mean, Lester, like obviously the sport also doesn't have like the greatest inclusive history of it all. So
100%. I agree with that.
What you're saying is a really good point that people should never look at someone who's black and say, well, that person doesn't golf, because that's ridiculous. But it's just for me, it's not a skin color thing or anything. It's just it's not available for everyone, but it is completely safe. So, and here's the one thing that they're, initially this was supposed to be May 20th, the end date.
Yeah.
And whatever, we all had to accept that, whatever. When you make the decision to extend something, shouldn't there be some sort of reasoning that's provided along with that?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
well, their reasoning is the cases aren't down far enough.
No, I understand. But shouldn't these activities be looked at a little bit more closely? Like
100%, I agree. Yeah.
If golf is never going to contribute to an increase or a decrease, for that matter,
right?
And
what's the point?
Because I saw a guy tweet out that he's like, couldn't go golfing today, so I decided to go to Costco and took a picture, and the lineup was down the street. And it's ridiculous. Like, I mean, like people are you can go to Costco and people are going to find people are going to find stuff to do. And instead they're going to do stuff that's not as safe as golf or tennis or whatever.
Who the hell goes to Costco for fun? What's wrong with your friend?
Why are people going to Costco at all? Like, why? Like you're not supposed to be able to buy stuff there except for groceries.
Well, that's just.
Listen, I was at Costco the other day.
Yeah,
I was at Costco.
Let's not argue Costco versus golf in terms of what's essential, though. I mean, that's
but I mean, why do we need Costco? Why is people going to Costco?
Well, that is where some people buy their groceries.
Yeah,
coffee, and it's
you get it a lot cheaper. It lasts longer too. If you go to Costco, you don't have to go shopping for a couple of weeks.
I think why do people go to Costco is a more privileged statement than any of my golf statements.
Oh, 100%.
Costco is super expensive, and you need a membership. Very, very, very exclusive.
It is very exclusive.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's hope the cases get down and things get opened up for everybody.
Well, we're down to 2,000 today.
We just had a 10-minute discussion of something I didn't even want to talk about, but that's my fault.
Hey, you know what?
Let's get back to the bracket.
I thought it was a great conversation, to be honest with you.
It was important.
We made a real difference.
Did.
So good thing we skipped over the golf thing.
The more you know. Why don't you pick out your favorite or your favorite two of these last four things?
Let's see here. All right, Nicki Minaj dropping new music Friday tomorrow. She sent out a picture. Naked, covering herself with pillows, and everyone's assuming that means new music. So is this now how you do a proper album rollout in 2021?
For sure.
I'll let you know in about 6 months when I put my record out.
I love
Naked with
on the rebounder.
Hello.
It's gonna have a big. I got
Hello.
a pillow with a big BetSafe logo on my.
Yes, yes, that's what we're talking about.
On his crotch rocket.
It's actually the new record's called "Hello Again."
I did mention to you that,
And it's a Christmas album.
we're currently in negotiations with BetSafe on next year's sponsorship. It will involve their logo being on all your records. Just so
Hey,
you know.
listen.
And tattooed.
Look, if they want to sponsor my record and tour, I'm happy to be Mr. BetSafe. I'll change my name to BetSafe. BetSafe McLean.
That's
I thought it was
amazing.
going to be Lester BetSafe, but I like that even more. Safe McLean.
That's a pretty good name. That sounds like a cop show on Crave.
Yeah.
BetSafe McLean.
McLean.
Don't want to mess with BetSafe McLean.
He's cleaning up the streets one day at a time.
That's right.
These ideas are gold.
Whatever. What else do you want to do? You want to do the Jerry D one?
Well, maybe that's more of a visual. The
Okay.
last one's a visual too, but so prom night in America, there's a picture of I think it's 5 or 6 girls going to prom night, and they're all standing holding massive shotguns.
Right. And the second girl from the left.
Second girl from the left, I don't know. I just found the expression on her face extremely hilarious because it really looks like she's either used the weapon before or
Yeah.
I don't know. She looks super confident and almost mischievous with it in her hand, it's giving her some sort of extra power. So
It's actually,
We'll throw
it's
that up on
funny.
Twitter.
It's funny, but I don't know. It's a little It's a little
terrifying.
terrifying.
Yeah, it's terrifying to me.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
So that's it's like the person taking the pictures like, okay, now with the guns.
yeah.
Like, oh.
Do you guys ever on Christmas morning? I don't know who does this. Some fairly prominent blue check Twitter person in the States. Every Christmas, they go through and they find videos that people have posted of giving their kids guns for Christmas and their kids' reaction.
Oh my God.
And there's they're always, and there'll be like little 8-year-old girls. Yay! She's got an AK-47 or something like that. I can't believe it, Daddy. Thank you so much. And it's the most terrifying montage of videos you'll ever see. Anyway,
It's funny though, but
do
I
any
think-
of them say stuff like, I wanted the one with the extended clip where
where's the silencer, Dad?
No silencer.
Let's get to listener mailbag.
Rubber Boots Podcast.
Listener mail. Listener mail. Thank you for listening.
So this was in response to last week. I was our Finnish friends that we told you about, Vili-Pekka Kaivola, and his son is Tim.
he just wrote my son T, so I assume so. Yeah.
T, but we did it last week. We said his name last week.
I assume any Finn with the first initial T is Tim.
Okay, well, I can read it if you want me to.
Yeah.
Thanks for the shout out. My son T and I were laughing our butts off. Welcome to Finland. Housing arrangement approved. So that's
Perfect.
big news for Puffy. Although someone in the chat, Puffy, suggested that you were only wanting to go to Finland to attend the Finnish university parties.
That would be also true.
So yeah, we got that out of the way. We can also show you how Finns will celebrate either a gold or try to forget a loss. So that's pretty
I think I would have a blast in Finland because they like to
we all
throw them
would.
back.
Tommy, of course. We did the shout out to birthday to Tommy.
Yes.
Little Tommy will laugh at us calling him Timmy. He'll love that.
Tommy, Timmy, Teddy.
Yeah,
I'm
Tebow.
so bad with names. I used to make fun of my dad, who could never remember the name of a movie. He'd always hey, Jimmy, you got to watch that Risky Times. And Risky Times, like Dad, it's risky business. That would be in my dad with every movie. And now
Risky times.
I've already become with my dad.
Awesome.
Listener mailbag. Oh, we did that already.
Oh, do you want me to play the theme
Case
again?
in point. I just proved myself.
Yep.
Should I play the theme again?
Old man Duffy.
Yeah, play it again. Just play it again. It's all going wrong for Jimmy. Tim
Timmy's
talk.
he's still rattled about the golf chat.
That's right.
I threw him off.
Cody Nolan, I can't believe you guys talk that much about ticks. Oh, the tick. Do we have a theme for TikTok?
TikTok.
Yeah,
Yes.
TikTok on the block.
Okay.
Talking about ticks. Talking about ticks. It's TikTok.
Sounds like hello.
Sure. I think I always said, "Hey, Lester, you got a theme," and then I just did one.
You saved them some work.
I can certainly do that.
Yeah, well, there was a lot of response to our tick conversation last week. Was there not, Scott?
Yeah, Cody Nolan
Yeah.
DM'd us and said, I can't believe you guys talked about ticks that much. Haha. Come fencing with me. Most I've pulled off me is about 50. So now at this point, I wanted to clarify.
He's got the
if that
fencing
was
mask
50
on.
and
He's got the fencing mask, and they get through the mask.
mask.
Like, how do they get through? And he's got is he the Ape or the Saber or the foil?
He's a Saber. That's why.
You are
Saber,
definitely an Ape guy.
What about you guys? I was always into the foil. I was more of a foil guy.
Foil guy.
Yeah.
Big foil guy.
You in these elitist sports, Duffy.
I know.
Mike said journal.
For me, fencing was trying to sell something stolen.
Fencing is safe and accessible.
It is
actually.
It's true. You have a mask on and you maintain 6 feet of distance with your.
It's indoors.
Very good.
It's indoors.
Is it called a poke?
It's safe until you stab a guy in the heart.
One time.
That's not COVID though.
I had to learn a lot about fencing for the Olympics. That's why I know all about the Ape and the foil and the Saber and the point system. I once was a fencing expert.
Are you going to Tokyo for the Olympics this year?
No, I'm not going to Tokyo. No. I don't know if you know what the way of the future. Maybe there's a couple of hosts. I'll have to see if Petrillo's going and like the Scott Russell from the CBC types. But particularly during COVID, but I think even just with budgets the way they are, that more and more there will be very few actual commentators at the Olympics. Most of them will be doing it off a monitor from wherever.
I guess that makes sense.
And I can guarantee you this year, 90% of what you hear on CBC or TSN, or 90% of what you hear the play-by-play will be done from Toronto. They will not be in Tokyo.
Now I know you enjoyed your time in Vancouver, which obviously was a different Olympics.
One of the highlights of my life.
Like, do you think you needed to be in London? Like, did it add to? Did it add to it or no?
Look, this is an endless discussion. I would always make the case that you do because, as a host on the desk, you can add color. I was in the subway today talking to people from all over the world. Blah blah blah. Yeah. I was at track, and this happened or whatever happened. I do think you need to, but my fear, as I say, going forward, it will happen less and less. And when you're not there, it's the same as the World Juniors. Bobby and I, sometimes when it's in Europe, we're in the studio. You know that. Yep. It's different than being in the building and just feeling it. What you see is different. What you know is different. So I'll always advocate for being there wherever you can. I'm worried that the way the industry is going, people will be at events less and less, which is a shame. As a matter of fact, the future play-by-play might be people not being in the building. The only people in the building might be the camera operators, right? Yeah. So, but I don't want to go down that track. That's inside baseball. What other stuff from ticks? We were doing a little extra research because of what happened to Hugo, and apparently one of the places the ticks like to go, your crotch.
Ooh.
The ticks like to climb up your pant leg, and so when you're checking yourselves for ticks next time you guys are out in the woods,
all the time,
get Tanya to do a special cavity
check in the woods for
special
private time.
Special cavity search.
Are we just gonna breeze over the fact that this Cody guy gets 50 of them at a time?
Yeah, I think that's
ridiculous.
That's
disgusting.
That's nuts.
I don't know how that's happening.
And he said he just picks them off and burns them.
The burn.
Wow. Did he have the special? He must have the special tool then.
Yeah, he's got the tool. It's not the golf one that I invented.
No.
Well, now he knows though.
Wow.
Brooksy was all excited because she watches the Ryan and Kelly in the morning on CTV, and they did a whole tick thing. That's where I learned about the crotch area. They had a tick doctor on to warn you about tick season.
Where do you think they got the idea for that topic?
Exactly. More people copying from our
producers
stuff.
All over our stuff.
I used to have a thing for Kelly Ripa, not so much anymore. I don't know what happened.
No, she stole our idea.
I'm watching a show with her husband on it.
Oh, Mark
South.
Consuela.
Mark Consuelos.
He's a good-looking man, no doubt about it.
He looks the same as he did when he was on Days of Our Lives. Like he looks like he's got like 30 years ago. Hasn't aged a day.
Wormhole.
Yeah, it might be.
I could do that little show. I could do that little morning show. Just come on, and you talk for 50 minutes about your life. That's what we do here, and then you go on and have a couple of guests on.
You'd be good on it. Wake up,
you'd be very good.
Yeah. Who would be my co-host? Who would be my Kelly?
It would be Jeff O'Neill as a woman.
Ooh. The sexual chemistry would be through the roof.
The poster's almost done. So
who would you want as your host?
I'm thinking about that right now. You have to expand. I can't just say TSN because then if I say Lindsay or Andy or Jay Hedge or Kayla, somebody will get mad at me.
I think you should go with an actress whose career's a little bit on the downside. Kind of like Kelly Ripa's.
Okay. So anybody.
What did Kelly do to her to get that? Ooh.
Well, she's doing a daytime talk show.
Hey, buddy, you know what she brings home?
But if you asked Kelly Ripa, do you think she'd rather be doing that show or like feature movies?
Yeah, they all want the feature films if they could possibly have them.
Maybe she does. Maybe she wants to go home with her family. You know, she's got kids.
I like some funny. I want some funny. You want somebody funny next year, right?
Jennifer Lawrence.
You can't just Jay. Yeah, that would be a good one. And she'd jump at that opportunity to host a show with me on CTV2.
Wow.
Jennifer Lawrence, that would be a good one. What's the comedian? Got it. I'm just proving my thesis correctly over and over again. Sarah Silverman? No, I don't like her that much. No.
Jeff Laughlin's mom that tried to get him into university.
Oh, Lori Loughlin.
Yeah, Loughlin. She's looking for a bounce back.
And she did host Wake Up San Francisco for years with Danny.
Did she really?
She did.
Wow.
That was Full House. Yes.
Of course.
That's playing someone that's doing something is as good as doing it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, you're basically,
You know who I like is that Mina Kimes on Kimes. Mina Kimes. Kimes.
Yeah, correct.
She's incredibly smart. I think she'd be one of my choices as well.
Oh, okay. Wow.
She's excellent. There you go.
Well, we should start auditioning.
So what you're saying is the three of us have no shot.
No. Oh, I've already said it. It's got to be a female.
Lester's definitely going to be in the band. Like it's going to be
Lester
the
Graveyard.
Graveyard.
Guy.
Graveyard will definitely be the band.
I would like to be in the band, but also guest host from time to time. When Jimmy can't make it, I slide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good. That'd be good.
That happens on Ellen. Who's Ellen's guy again? The DJ?
No,
DJ Twitch.
He hosts?
DJ Twitch. There you go. He hosted, didn't he host like the Oscars or something?
He's done some stuff. Yeah.
That's not her show.
I think so. No, I'm talking about when you can't make it.
How much of this podcast is just me throwing out questions that none of us have the answer to?
I didn't know we started.
DJ Twitch, he's good. And then you could be, there's always a guy like Conan's got a guy.
Yeah, Andy Richter.
Andy, there's a guy, you could be that, Puffy. Or the guy on...
I sit on a couch with the best of them.
Yeah, doesn't Fallon has a guy. Guy stands over to the side.
Sound effect guy.
Yeah.
Same
that
as
guy.
one. Yeah.
I can be Stoff.
Yeah. Stoff could be like a character. Stoff needs a role. Like maybe just when he makes guest appearances, like on the old Letterman show, Larry Bud Melman. Remember him? He used to just come out and get a laugh once in while.
What was the guy that used to he used to be like a prop guy on Letterman?
Make me laugh. Make me laugh.
Carrot Top?
No.
You want me to be Carrot Top?
No, he was.
No, he can be like Guillermo.
Biff Henderson. You'd be our guy on the road.
On the red carpet.
You go out and do the funny stuff. Go out and be funny.
Yes.
We'd ask you to just say, "Stop. Go out and be funny. Go out and go to the Super Bowl and get some funny stuff.
Amuse us."
I know I'm dating myself. We're updating all of us, but man, listen, Carson and Ed McMahon. Oh, yes, sir. Like that stuff is just. I'm telling you, man. Like it's great.
Rod Smith, the greatest Sports Center, not only the greatest Sports Center host, which he is, but the greatest Sports Center co-host you could ever have, because all Rod did was he would laugh at all my lame lines, even no matter how lame they were. Roddy would laugh, and I've said this before, I think I wrote about it in my book. Sometimes when you're doing Sports Center, you're not really paying attention necessarily to what the other guy's doing because
so that's where you get it from.
Yes, you'll be preparing for your, like I might be reading the highlights that I'm about to do, like reading the script to make sure it's right, while Rod is doing some other highlights. Rod would be doing the same while I'm doing highlights. And so sometimes I would, Rod got so used to me using cornball lines that he would laugh at and be my Ed McMahon that he would sometimes laugh when I wasn't making jokes, which would be like, I'd be like, yeah. And then in the seventh inning, Vlad Guerrero Jr. goes deep. That's a 2-run homer. Rod be like, be like, Rod, I didn't say anything. Oh, sorry. I'm just used to it by now. We got to get Roddy in the Gold Bar League next year. So many plans next season.
Yeah.
We are going to have Roddy on by the end of the pod, but Roddy's, we got to get maybe a whole celebrity division where we get, Lindsay Hamilton partakes in the Gold Bar League and all sorts of things next year.
Another division to track. I love it.
And of course, Kelly Ripa, she'll be in the Gold after all the nice stuff that Puffy said about her.
I didn't say anything mean.
Celebrity
devastated
division.
to learn Lester doesn't like her anymore.
I lost track of. I lost the order of the sheets.
Oh, it's tragic.
What's going on now? What else we got?
We're heading into hour 3.
I think we're done, aren't we?
I think we're done.
We're almost done. Aaron Bennett tweeted, I listen to the pod live at work every week cleaning the haunted school. I have no idea what that means.
Whoa, we need to find out more. Let's get him on sometime. We need to find out what the hell that's all about.
Yes.
So maybe he'll be our guest next week.
That's terrifying. Okay.
That is terrifying. Haunted school. There was a lot of people who enjoyed the Stuffy and Poth show.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
A lot of people asked if I did that on purpose for comedy. Yes.
No.
So you guys are all welcome. Lots of people.
I still had listened to that. So I said,
you said
Stuffy and Puff.
You were trying to say Puffy and Stuff. You said,
and I said Stuffy and Puff.
Yeah.
So those are your names now.
If I made the amount of, this shows you guys, and maybe this is a teaching moment for everybody out there, maybe young broadcasters, how much I have to concentrate on television, because on television, most of the time I make sense. But on this podcast, I don't concentrate because it's just a 4-way friendship conversation. And thus, as you can see, I'm generally very stupid, very forgetful, and I make no sense.
Yes.
So it's a good educational thing that shows you how much you have to focus on the television. I don't have a prompter. Okay, so don't give me the Ron Burgundy lines. I don't use a prompter. I just focus more. I'm not focused on the podcast.
Yeah,
I lack focus.
Alrighty. So
you're fired.
On that note, we get a tweet from Irika71 at Rubber Boots Pod. Found out how Rod Smith Baby is supplementing his income since he's not on the podcast. We'll play that right here.
Taylor from
it does sound like him.
Taylor from CHVN.
Okay.
Let's move on to your handyman skills.
Yes.
Commenting on your toilet fixing abilities.
Right.
Brandon Willard wrote, "Oh my God, that's terrible. It's basic home maintenance." So
Fair.
On
I admit
his
to
behalf.
that.
Cal Barber wrote to us, I thought I was the only one that had a broken toilet seat and had to remove the top to flush. Elite company.
Nice.
That's my boy, Cal.
So 1-1. And then Eddie.
I want
Cal. Cal's going into GBL. Yeah, I've nominated him for the Platinum League. Whoever I nominated, you're out. Snack Bites.
Cal sounds like he also subscribes to Rich Elite Guy Journal every month.
For sure. Can't fix those
It's
toilets.
bi-weekly.
Eddie Bartlett, I guess, with the tiebreaker here. I put up our home improvement post. So in that spirit, I guess, of tool time, he says, Stoff is Al, Lester is Wilson. So the guy behind the fence who doesn't show his face. So that makes Puffy Heidi or Jonathan Taylor Thomas. So you get to pick. Would you rather be Heidi or Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
I think I would rather be Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
In his
I think he had
prime?
a pretty good run in the 90s. You know what I mean?
I do remember quite a few classmates of mine being fans.
Oh, yeah. He could have extended that when they got older.
He could have. That show could have used a few more years for him.
Where is he? Did he succumb to the child star syndrome?
No, I think he just didn't grow. I think he's like one of those guys who like he stayed short.
Right. Exact same size.
So he couldn't.
Yeah, I think so.
He couldn't play like a horse jockey or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
He might have.
He's the Caucasian of Gary Coleman. Is that the deal?
He's up for the new
White people steal it again.
The new movie on this horse who's on steroids.
A hardly related note. I watched Seabiscuit on the weekend. It was on AMC. And have you guys all
day, I guess.
Have you guys all seen well, the guy was installing the toilet upstairs. I needed something to do while he was doing that. So I watched Seabiscuit.
You know what you could have done? Is watch him do it. So next time you could do it.
Don't be crazy. I don't want to watch that stuff. Seabiscuit was on. And have you guys seen Molly's Game?
Yes.
No.
Yeah,
I heard it's good.
You know the story, right?
Gambling. I think you talked about it on this podcast, but
has Molly's Game has ruined Tobey Maguire for me in all other films. I cannot watch Seabiscuit and enjoy it as much. What?
So, because Tobey Maguire, is he in Molly's Game, or the character is actually him in real life? Like someone plays him?
Yeah. They're playing,
the actor is
right.
What's his name?
Michael Cera.
Thank you. Michael Cera plays the character who is never named, I believe, in the book, but it's Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert: Molly's Game. The one guy who's always there, who's kind of running the game, who is a complete a-hole to everybody else in the game, and Molly at the end is Tobey Maguire. Now I can't watch all those sweet Tobey Maguire roles like the jockey in Seabiscuit and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And without saying
one of the Spider-Mans.
Sure.
Third one was terrible.
Me. Anyway.
Was it the third one where he was all emo?
Yeah, it's terrible.
That was awful. Awful turn in that movie.
Her brother was a really good football player.
Tobey Maguire's brother?
Molly Bloom. Her brother was it's like a star, I think, running back or defensive back at Colorado.
Is he as good as Tebow?
He was a top guy. I don't know why he didn't make the NFL.
Oh, I remember why we talked about Molly's Game, because in Molly's Game, Gurdeep Aliwal.
He was at the end, right? He was the play-by-play guy for the skiing.
I think he was in the beginning and the end. Gurdeep's been in a couple of those films.
I thought he was only at the end, but maybe you're right.
Nice.
Gurdeep,
good for him.
CP24, big star, awesome guy. Okay, keep going.
All right. So regarding our video games chat from last week and the esports gym, Nicole Mueller wrote, my kid watches video games on YouTube all the time, to which Chewy Louie said in the chat, my kid does the same thing. J.I. said, Stoff, you should live cast the recording on Twitch and get donations from the 12 people that are in here watching. So I don't know if that was a shot or a suggestion, but
both
like a shot.
$12 split amongst the four of us would be pretty good.
Pretty sweet.
All right, so now moving on to what everyone wanted, and that's the merch ideas. What do people want on their shirts, pants, pantyhose, whatever we'll be producing?
Okay.
So JDM13 writes, we need a nice shirt that just says Daddy Bath.
Daddy. Oh, I like it.
That's what I'm saying, Brooksy from Peter McIntyre. Only thing is Torts might sue us for that one, right?
Yeah, that would be sued. We'd get sued.
Or Larry Brooks would sue us. Not Torts.
Oh, he didn't say it. Tough luck.
Oh, yes, it's true. That's true. Yeah.
Keep it up. Keep sending in, because we are actually going to do this. I know that most of the time I say we're going to do stuff, I don't do it, but we're going to do it. We're going to get some stuff. We're going to get some stuff. No, I mean, we still have the merch, which I got to get sent out. We got a big box of merch still sitting there.
That's going to be sitting there in August.
That's hilarious.
No, the BedSafe merch. I just got to figure out how to.
I just pumped up the tire on my wheelbarrow. I'll be making my way down to Aurora. And we'll get those bad boys shipped off.
Listen, forget it. We'll get it done. I promise we're going to get you this BetSafe stuff out there, and then we'll have the Rubber Boots merch coming in the fall. So please to continue to send out your thing. There was one more. Somebody said, "Show me your market. Show me your market."
Show me the market.
Not bad. But wouldn't we put our pubay? Pubay?
Yeah. Well, our word would have to be pubay for sure.
Remember when I came up with that stuff? Pubay?
Yeah, it was a genius idea by you. It was actually quite stupid considering there already is a Merkin. So.
Yeah, I know.
Not gonna really get much of a market.
All right. What you watching real fast?
What you watching? Just between you and me, what you streaming on your TV? Let me see. What you watching? Action, drama, comedy. What you streaming on your TV?
Just an update. Continue to watching Mayor of Easttown. I asked you guys to watch that.
Oh, yeah.
See, I kept on thinking it was the mayor of a town called Easttown. It wasn't, Jimmy. You did not really specify that.
No, Mayor is her name. M-A-R-E, Mayor.
M-A-R-E.
And interesting. Immediately, that show becomes less interesting to me.
Yeah.
Very good show.
What's it about?
I thought it was an embattled mayor, maybe. Scandals left.
Should you ever watch?
This is things. It's like another Lost, guaranteed.
Broadchurch?
Broadchurch?
No.
It's like I'm just trying to compare it to something like kind of murder mystery in a smallish town. Although the only thing weird about Easttown, I will say this right now, that is very. I'm guessing this was a novel turned into a miniseries, but everybody kind of knows each other in the town. So, which would happen in a town of maybe 1,000 people. Yet in this town, there is like 4 high schools, a private school. Like it's like New York City, but everybody knows each other in the town. So it's kind of there's a little bit of
sounds like a quality show.
No, it's a great show. And there's like 3 murders in the town, and everybody knows anyway. But here's the other one I'm watching at the same time is Sons of Sam, the new hot documentary on Netflix.
Okay.
Which is I usually like the crime documentaries. This one is getting a lot of hype on Netflix. Without giving away too much, it's basically follows this one reporter who back then, I guess he probably ended up writing a book on it. I'm guessing he's now dead, although we haven't got to that part.
Jimmy Breslin?
No, Jimmy Breslin is actually in the show because he did have a big part of the whole Son of Sam thing. But this guy basically has a theory that David Berkowitz didn't act alone, and there were other Sons of Sam, and that it had this cult link. And I'm not going to recommend. I'm only 3 episodes in, so I can't give it a final verdict. And now I'm in, so I got to finish the rest. I hate this conspiracy ass BS. Like this guy's already brought in Charles Manson, and there was a connection to the Charles Manson cult and satanic rituals. And I'm like halfway through episode 2, I'm like, Uncle, okay, David Berkowitz did this crap by himself. If I change my mind in the last 2 episodes, no problem. There's a couple of goofy things in there that make you go, but for the most part.
Well, I'm sure someone like Manson would want that link, right?
Of course he would.
Someone who's always looking for the attention.
Anyway, Sons of Sam, very well produced. Paul Giamatti voices the reporter.
Ooh, nice.
If you don't know the Son of Sam story, for our younger listeners, if you like crime, it's pretty cool. This guy who basically terrified all of New York for 1 year back in the 70s, shooting people randomly. But I'm not buying any of the BS in this documentary. Anybody else?
I'm watching Queen of the South.
Nice.
Oh.
It's on Netflix. It's like a drug cartel kind of thing. It's pretty cool.
All right.
I will go old school in 2 ways. First of all, to speak to your the summer of the Sons of Sam documentary. There was a movie by Spike Lee called The Summer of Sam that's set in that summer of 1977 in New York City. Adrian Brody, I believe, Jennifer Esposito's in it. Excellent movie, and I recommend it highly. And I'll tell you as well, there's a dance sequence at the top of this movie with Marvin Gaye's "Got to Give It Up." The way this thing is filmed is unbelievable. It's one of the best dance sequences I've seen in any film for a long time. So, awesome. Summer of Sam.
Spike Lee, talented guy.
Spike Lee. The other thing I was going to mention is Netflix, and this is old school, but have we ever talked about Black Mirror on this podcast?
Not that I think of.
Maybe in passing a couple of times.
I think you've mentioned it before, but we never went in depth.
Really dark, right?
Well, yes and no. It's basically
mystery,
for
I
me.
guess.
It's mystery, but it's all centered around the use of technology in society. And I can't remember what season it was, but I happened upon one the other night called Nosedive, and it's basically about the role of social media in this woman's life, and it's fantastic. So I recommend that as well.
Okay.
There we go.
So it's basically how I guess technology brings upon mankind's downfall, kind of thing.
Not necessarily.
The problems it creates, or
the problems it creates, just very interesting philosophical questions about how technology should be used. That's all.
I can use my philosophy.
I like it.
Finally.
You could. Absolutely, you could.
Nice. I've been waiting for 15 years now.
Stoff, are you watching anything, or are you too busy editing these 3-hour episodes that we're doing?
Yeah, well, I try to cut these down. I'm still watching Manifest. I've now gotten to the point where I hate all the characters and root
the polar bear
against them.
Yeah, what about the hatch? Did they find the hatch yet?
Dude, I didn't watch your stupid show.
He gets so mad.
See, this is why I can't even. This is why I will not watch The Mayor of Easttown. Is because you watched Lost and thought it was good.
You need to watch Lost.
Thought it was good.
You need to watch.
Oh, I'm not watching Lost. I already hate the characters on Manifest. I'm not going to watch Lost now too.
Thanks everybody for listening to this extra long edition of the Rubber Boots podcast, brought to you by our friends at betsafe.net. If you haven't listened to the GBL podcast this week, you can go back and listen to our GBL podcast. It was awesome. See you next week
for sure.
Boots podcast.
Guys, I gotta take off. I gotta take care of this boiler here behind me. It's making a lot of noise.
I thought you meant the one on your ass.
You're not seeing this? You guys not seeing this?
I don't think they get it, to be honest.
No, I don't get it at all.
I don't know. I know. Oh, what does he got? What is he? What is it?
Oh, he's back in my room. Oh, damn it.
The whole pod. No one. I noticed.
I didn't notice at all.
I never noticed. I never noticed.
What do I do this for?
Oh my God. I didn't notice that.
Puffy, you and I are the dumbest two people on the planet.
Just as a little sidebar here. When I write as the topic, does this sound like Roddy? And there's a link.
I got a confession to make.
Hold on, I gotta go listen.
I lied. I also didn't listen.
Hey, how are you? I got a question that I really want to ask you. Wait. Don't hang up. I need to know, so I'm gonna try and push my luck. Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? Are they purple, yellow, green, blue, black, or white? Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? And do you like the dunk tank at the fair? I know it's a little strange, my obsession with your choice of footwear in the rain. I know that you're on TV, but I need you to put your boots up on the desk for me. Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? Are they purple, yellow, green, blue, black, or white? Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? And do you like the dunk tank at the fair? This is the part they call the bridge. A bridge has water under it. With rubber boots you can wade in the water. Just don't fall in. Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? Are they purple, yellow, green, blue, black, or white? Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? And do you like a dunk tank at the fair? Do you like the dunk tank at the fair? The dunk tank at the fair. Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? No, seriously. Are you wearing your rubber boots? Don't hang up. Please. Somebody. Hey? Anyone?